Oi, oi, guys, it's the Cockney Buddha and it's all about getting real. This one's going to be a meditation. So this little bit of the intro is start getting yourself nice and comfortable. And remember, don't go doing this and being silly while you're driving or using any machinery or working or anything where you can get harm done to you, yeah? You know the score. It's a sad case when I got to put that out there. So, you know, just don't be a bellend, yeah? This is about relaxing and getting in the mood for some, relaxing yourself a bit. So you don't want to, don't go doing anything that's going to hurt you or get you in trouble. I am not liable. So like I said, this is a meditation. I'll keep it a little short. But this is one to practice, yeah? Just practice and give yourself that little bit of time through your day. If you're saying that you can't sit down for 15, make it 10. If you're saying you can't do it for 10, do it for 5. You get the picture, yeah? No excuses to not meditate. It's a daily practice. So yeah, guys, get yourself nice and comfortable, yeah? I want you to, if you're sitting down, get your back off the backrest if you can. If you can't, if you got like your back's a bit dodgy, or I got some lower back stuff, not bad enough to where I can't like sit forward a little bit and keep me back off the backrest, because it is a good thing if you can do that. Keeps you a little bit more alert, and let your shoulders drop. I like to put my hands on my thighs with my palms up in receive mode, but whatever way you are comfortable. Do it that way. I also use mudras and things like that as well. So, but whatever way you're comfortable. So if you can sit with your back away from the backrest, do so. If not, don't worry about it. Get your feet flat on the floor or cross-legged. If you can do cross-legged, and keep that back nice and straight. And I'll tell you what, guys, if you can get yourself a zofu, it's a pillow and it's for meditation, and it's normally stuffed with buckwheat, and it raises you enough off the ground. And what I do with mine is I will get my legs crossed. As I shift myself forward, I grab the back end of the beanbag part of it, and I push it forward. So it kind of tilts me forward a little bit, and it enables me to keep my lower back really nice and straight. I also use a beanbag. I can sit on a beanbag and do it on a beanbag as well. But that Zofu really is it's a nice little tool to have if you meditate. And do this daily. So honestly, I can't emphasize meditation enough. I'm a big meditation freak. I tell all my guys, I told a new person today, as we start the work going, we're going to get you into some breath work, some meditation work, because you know what? It doesn't matter about religion. It's not about schools, you're missing out. If you're some of these people in schools and you're throwing, because I've heard this, it's tried to get introduced into schools. I'm hoping it is. If anybody is in a school or anything like that, and you introduce like meditation or breath practices or something like that into the classroom, please let me know, because I tell you what, a big ups to you, because it really does have an effect on especially the younger generation of people. And right now, if we can teach our younger generation people how to just calm down and breathe through some of these things. Watching my girls grow up was crazy. The amount of stress that they had on themselves at a young age. And I'm standing here going, what on earth is going on? And there's different things that you can introduce into schools. And I'll tell you something else. I would love to come and talk to a classroom or something if you wanted to. I have no problem doing that either. It's a really good thing to teach. It's a good word to spread. Don't think there's religion behind it, because that's what they're trying to push, that there's religion behind that. And, states are going, no, we can't have that in the schools. And it's like, come on, for crying out loud, can someone please put the fucking politics to the one side? That'll be a good idea. Anyway, rant over. Thank you very much for listening. Anyway, right, down to the meditation. Now you're going to need it. Now you're all ramped up, right? So sit with your back away from the backrest, then your feet flat on the floor. And like I say, if you're sitting nice and cross-legged and you can put your backside forward slightly, great, awesome. If you're sitting on a pillow or anything like that, you know the score. If you're laying down, put like something rolled up underneath your neck and then like a nice big pillow or something underneath your knees so it keeps your lower back nice and flat and straight. And you should feel it kind of really, it's really comfortable practice to do anyway, because it will help the curvature of your spine. One thing I found out this year is I've got something called straight neck, where my bloody cervical spine is straight. And it's the reason I'm getting bloody headaches, and I've only got to have a little bit of tension, which I get a load of that. Boom, it starts firing off, and I get spasms and all kinds of shit. So, one of the things I say to do, which I haven't been practicing on a regular basis, is get yourself on one of those cervical curvature things. You can get them on Amazon or wherever. The great thing to do. So it's the same thing with the towel. If you get a towel, wrap it up so it just puts that curve in your neck. You're going to find a heck of a bit of difference when you come to meditating. And just have your arms down by your sides, just relaxing down by your sides if you're laying down. And then just start concentrating on your breath. Just bringing your breath. Don't overthink anything. Just start bringing yourself to a steady breath. And just start calming down the mind. Relaxing the mind. With each breath, getting a little bit deeper. Keeping it nice and steady. And then just start bringing your mind more to the attention of the breath now. Slowing it down even more. Keeping it nice and steady. And then just start being aware of slowing it down. And as you slow it down, start just pushing that belly out as you breathe in. And then as you breathe that air out, just allowing that belly button to just start coming towards the backbone, releasing the air through the lungs. Doing all the breath through the nose, just becoming aware of the breath around the nose now. Slowing it down even more. Becoming aware of your surroundings a little bit. Becoming aware of the space around you. Becoming aware of your body and where it is touching. If you're sitting or if you're laying, just where the body is making contact with the surface. And with each breath in, you're becoming a little bit more calmer now. Just noticing as the breath slows down that your mind is becoming a little bit more slowed down, a little bit more calmer. Have an awareness of it. Start bringing that awareness more into the whole breath now. Following the breath as you take a nice deep breath in. Suspend the breath a little bit at the top. Not too long, couple of seconds, and just release it out nice and slowly. And then on the next breath in, just following the breath all the way in, up through the nose, what the air feels like as it goes up through the nose, circulates around the nostrils, goes up behind the eyes and the sinuses, into the sinuses, cooling it down, feeling the coolness in the back of the throat as it goes down into the lungs. Feel the expansion of the rib cage, the belly coming outwards. Follow the whole breath all the way in and all the way out. And then slowing it down even more now, making that breath in a little bit longer and the breath out longer still. And if you have to count, do a count. Do a 6 count in and then pause and then do an 8 count out. If you can do a 10 count out, even better. Make that count out a little longer than the count in. Once you get the rhythm of it and you get the feel of it, you won't even have to count anymore. Becoming more nice and calm, becoming the mind, feeling the mind just start to level out, getting nice and slow and calm. And any thinking that you're doing, any kind of thinking is just getting in your way. But you've got to tell the mind that you're actually thinking. Otherwise, it's going to bring that into a reality. And you don't want to be reacting to something that isn't there. So tell yourself, I'm thinking. And then bring yourself back to breath. I'm thinking. Go back to breath. And then bring to mind something that happened to you today, even if you had a completely day that you believed was really not a good day. There's always something that we can pick out in that day. There's always something, even if it's somebody that spoke to you that made you feel a little better for that little short period of time, or you got to have that 5 minutes by yourself, or your feet got out of bed and hit the floor because you wasn't feeling it that day, or you didn't get angry or something. Start bringing that to mind. Each breath in, making it bigger and bigger, louder and louder. And take in the feeling, the emotions with that. Keep it growing, bringing it to mind with every detail you can possibly think of. Whatever went well in your day to day. There is nothing that is small. No point in telling yourself, that didn't matter. Everything matters to the mind. Everything. Everything you tell your mind will go with. So don't listen to the bullshit. Pull out of your day today the good shit that happened today. Blow it up big. Each breath in, it becoming bigger. Each breath out, just letting go of any of the other bullshit that happened in your day to day. Just allowing it to go, allowing it to drift, allowing it to let go. Accept it happened and let it go. Those things you can't do anything about, those people you cannot change, things that may have happened that you can't turn back, clocks. Sometimes it's a means putting our hands up and saying, yep, I apologize, and doing it wholeheartedly from the heart, and then you can forgive yourself. If the person is not willing to forgive you, you cannot do anything about that. You can forgive yourself. Breathe through that. Bring these things to mind. The good things in your day. Nice long deep breath in. Hold at the top. And allowing that breath out. Just go through, let that breath go through the mouth. Allowing it to disappear. Let it go. One more. Pause. Let it go with a sigh. Nice. Let it go. Let it go. Letting anything go loose. Now just release your mind from any thinking. Bring that mind to that breath. Bring that mind to that breath. Start following the breath. You've always got your breath. You can always turn to your breath. Bringing that mind to that breath. Start tuning into what it's doing. Start tuning into that breath, following it through. And in a moment, I'm going to count you up out of the meditation. But right now, I just want you to go a little bit deeper as you breathe in, a little bit more relaxed as you breathe in. And you're going to take these thoughts, these positive thoughts of your day with you today. Or whenever you do this, it doesn't matter. Even if you do this at the end of your morning or mid-morning, there's always those things that we can hold on to, that we can blow up. We can make it bigger and more defined instead of us going to our normal, which is all that negative, and we don't need that. Can't do anything about it. Let it go. On 1, 2, taking a nice deep breath in. And letting it go. Start coming back into your body on 3. Being aware of the room, being aware of your body, being aware of where you're sitting. On 4. Coming more into the room, start wiggling your fingers and your toes, stretching out, maybe do some neck rotations, shrug your shoulders a little bit, twist your wrists around and around. Start bringing yourself back in. And 5, opening the eyes and start bringing yourself back into the room nice and slowly. Don't rush anything. Just allow nice and slowly. And one thing I would advise is when you're ready, get yourself a nice big drink of water. Sit down with a pad and pen and write some things out that may come to mind. Do a little bit of journaling. Don't have to be anything huge. Anything that comes to mind, just write it down. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm going to be putting some more meditations out there. I remember the Gromster telling me to make a list with just the meditations in. I ain't done it yet, but I ain't forgotten, Gromster. I ain't forgotten. But thanks for listening. I hope that's helped you. Do that, do that in the morning. Get yourself tuned in, and if you can do that a couple of times, maybe 3 times a day even. I'm actually taking a little bit of a vacation next week, just taking a week off from working on myself, and I'm going to be doing some pretty heavy meditation. Maybe even getting outside and doing it. May even head to the beach and get into a sunrise doing it. Some things I'm just thinking about right now because I just want to spend some time. Use your meditation, guys. Daily practice, daily practice. It really is going to help your mind and help you give you those pauses, I tell you what. Because, you've only got to open up the news, right? And it don't matter what you believe in, there's going to be something there. Thanks, guys, for listening. Hit that like and subscribe for me, and throw me some comments. Let me know how it goes. Much love, guys. Stay that course. Namaste.